Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans, and yep, yesterday was a very good day. Now, a lot of people, especially those overseas, might be wondering how people like Ramaphosa become billionaires in South Africa. Well, thanks to a couple of my subscribers who've emailed me and provided me with information, I'm in that happy position where I can enlighten you as to how Cyril Ramaphosa and well-connected politicians make billions of rand. And let me assure you, it's not because they are business geniuses. It's all about connections. I'm going to read to you a little piece of an article because it's a very lengthy article, but it gives you a good insight as to how money is made by politicians. Between 1996 and between 1996 and 2005, Trevor Manuel, in his capacity as finance minister, was the sole trustee and custodian of the Government Employee Pension Fund, which at the time of inception had assets close to 200 billion rand. As a sole trustee of GEPF, Mr. Trevor Manuel did not report or account to anyone but himself. To this end, there was no board of governors, and therefore Mr. Manuel had the sole discretion of how employees' pension funds would be invested. However, in 2002, a tender for actuarial services was advertised and eventually awarded to Alexander Forbes by Trevor Manuel in his capacity as the sole trustee of GEPF, which was now worth over 250 billion rand. Alexander Forbes then proceeded to sell 30% of its shares to an empowerment group that was called the Millennium Consolidated Investments, or MCI, which was incorporated in 2001, being a year before the invitation to tender came out. This company belonged to the current president of the African National Congress, or ANC, and South Africa, one Cyril Ramaphosa. Before buying 30% of the Alexander Forbes shares, and thus getting first-hand access to the funds of the GEPF, President Ramaphosa was just another black economic empowerment proxy from the governing party, who subsequently managed to buy more than 27 companies post-2003, which turned him into an instant billionaire. To strengthen the argument, according to a 2006 article by the Mail and Guardian titled Anatomy of Fast Money, the sudden wealth which was concentrated amongst a few new colonial elites like President Ramaphosa was not due to hard work, but to connections to the ANC, patronage and friends in government, which in turn led to some of the following acquisitions by President Ramaphosa. And then it goes on to list a number of the acquisitions, but I'm not going to go through all that. What is actually happening in South Africa is that as you move up the ranks in politics, you get more and more of the pie, and the pie being basically money that you can somehow shadily move into your own possession. And this is exactly what one Julius Malema is looking at. He's got his eyes on the big fat cash cow. That's what it's all about. It's not about business prowess. It's about how they shuffle money around using BEE and basically take it away from the white minority. Now, look, I'm going to play a video which is quite short, but it kind of sums up the situation. And thanks to Rudolph for sending me this. And then I'll show you some images of senior politicians, African politicians in South Africa, who've all been beneficiaries of BEE and you could call it money laundering, to be quite blunt. Okay, here we go. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a great evening. Bye for now.